Yep. So, I don't go there, by the way, but slaves are still there. We busted the shit out of it.
Oh god.
Isn't that a line from Metal Gear Solid?
Yeah, it's like... Maybe. It's possible. It sounds like one.
It sounds like something Stillman says.
Yeah.
I have no more shit.
No more teeth. Oh,
I kill my soul.
Stillman.
Oh, fuck Stillman.
Yeah, that's true.
He blew up a church and he can walk.
Oh, that's right, he did. Oh yeah, yeah.
You fake not being able to walk for fucking years. But alright, we got this. The serious music is playing now. Seth is going. I am literally in the colon of a whale.
He's like,
well, things can't get any more shitty for me.
Oh no, shitty. Oh.
Sure is. No, Eric. So I regained his memory and had everyone go through like a fucking emotional breakdown trip.
Oh. Even Seth, who's in the colon of that whale, as you said.
So it just goes on to not the side trade.
There's something else we should go check out.
His name is Neil. Neil? What? I know a Neil.
There are.
Yeah, your cousin Neil, who lives on a completely different continent you've never been to. So, yeah. No last name, just I know a Neil. Neil? Are you fucking talking about Neil?
Wow, so you straight up, is that the end of the slave trader arc?
No.
Oh no, there's still more to it?
They kind of come back here and there. They're not done.
They're done.
It keeps coming back every so often.
You tore my door down.
I was about to say, how can you tell? Did you knock that bad?
No, it's okay. I don't wash.
Nope, that's actually pretty much exactly what he says. Yeah. That's the second inventor in an RPG I love that doesn't care about his appearance.
This is the other one.
Apple Kid.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, I mean, you have been in a coma.
Yeah, I guess I lose. Well...
Kara, do you forget about how we got, like, shipwrecked for a month?
Yeah.
And, like, shat off the side of a raft.
In fact, I'm pretty sure after you got into Frasier, you didn't take a shower yourself, so I'm sure you won't smell. Crack of an ass.
So, Neil invents everything. He invented the first camera.
Wow.
Airplane wing. Something called an airplane.
The auto gyro was...
An oxygen tank.
It's only a minute.
How did you get that exact timing down?
Well,
We lost a lot of people. There's his chamber pot.
well, you know how there were.
I think that's his glory hole. For sure. He's still talking about his socks. He refuses to accept the fact that Seth is fucking dead. And I can't talk to Lily at all. So yeah, I don't know too much about the Stones of Cygnus, but and I think I mentioned the red star before when you're looking up in the sky. There's a new red star in the constellation of Cygnus. So they're gonna walk for an entire week.
Aren't you guys hungry and tired and shipwrecked like 20 minutes ago?
You got shipwrecked. I broke up an underground slave ring. But you know, we can walk for a week.
Hardier kids back in
I do love like this whole image of the mode 7 like group of like 6 people walking across. It's so different from like, you know, the traditional RPG where it's like the main guy and just him.
That's true, yeah.
I love that you have your group.
Later, Jared.
Yeah, pretty much. It's very much a loner thing.
Think of that came. Well, it wasn't even on the world map. But everywhere else was End of Fate.
Yeah.
Where everybody was following you around.
So pretty much everyone in this area now spreads to different things to look at. Until now, all I've done is study, go to school. Now I'm walking across the desert, dying. So she kind of brings up a point. All of these rocks are actually star constellations. They're gonna tell us that in about 5 seconds, so go out of bounds. Can walk around. It's Caro staring. So they had the Olympics.
Kind of weird. All this stuff seems like pulled from other time.
This game does a lot. It brings together when you're working with like so many different kinds of and whatnot. It's almost like a game like this would be kind of hard to make these.
Well, actually, Shin Megami Tensei.
It does.
Except, you know, the world is the one world, but it's like having the world be mythologies.
I love Shin Megami Tensei for that exact reason.
Yeah.
So we noticed one member of the Moon tribe kind of showed up right. Yeah, everyone is back.
I want a pelican to come and like, kind of vomit up Seth's head. You're like, oh, we're all here now.
I don't know why they asked me this.
Oh.
It
weird.
doesn't matter.
Yeah. They're just like, no. Oh God. course. If you get it wrong, they're like, no, stupid.
Yeah,
Like,
literally,
fine,
they're
I'll
like,
fucking
no,
tell
they're like,
you."
no, well, you know this, it's on the left foot. You can only guess that, by the way, if you, like, paid really close attention to that one really small cutscene
Really?
while they're looking at the stars.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Will gets fucking teleported to the Sky Garden.
Awesome.
The floating gardens over Nazca. I know there is some mythological like background to this.
Yeah.
I haven't prepared it yet. So this dungeon is actually pretty massive, but I'll talk a little bit about it, and then I guess we'll cut the video here.
Okay.
If you notice, by the way, in the background,
Yes.
you can see.
Oh, there's the Nazca lines.
Yep. So the Moon Tribe kind of gives us a little bit of a hint here. So this is apparently what the Moon Tribe uses to get the hell everywhere. So yeah, the gimmick to this is you can go over the normal world, and then there's an underside world too.
Oh wow. That's what makes
Yeah. Our goal for this dungeon is going to be, you see the slots there?
Oh yeah.
Each one of these paths has a crystal ball. And it's tough because we are not going to be able to get freedom for quite some time in this dungeon. I just want to show off the drop side mechanic called this one here. We'll go through this dungeon next time. But you see how like there's that hanging
Yeah.
near the These things are kind of hard to do. Yeah, that thing robot. And the underside has variations of every monster here, just more powerful.
Like every monster. Or
Just the ones that are here. Oh, absolutely.
Oh, they do.
If you stand where they hit,
Yeah.
they hurt you. They hurt you big time. You do not want to get hit. This is a very easy area to miss chests and power-ups just because they are so massive. Like, it kind of feels like we cleared everything out here. There's still 2 enemies. Because we have to go through the back of the garden to get to them. These guys.
Oh dear.
Yep. Okay, so that happened.
That's. I mean, I'll take it, but.
I don't quite know what did that. Yeah, there's no way to dodge that. You just have to run. And they are really powerful. There's no way to damage that thing.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty much just like something from Ocarina of Time. It hurts pretty good if it hits you. We actually needed that, thankfully. This is also a good area that, I believe when you pause it, it says how many items are there.
Huh.
Which is good because it's it can be really easy to lose a couple of the chests here. And by the way, if you kill them while their arm is out, their arm just goes flying.
It does.
Yep, back to its home planet. We just did a complete 180. The thing that sucks about these is that they can hit pretty much any part of Will's hitbox. Okay, we at least got them to move. I love the movement of those things, by the way. Very... They almost kind of feel like late era Genesis. Like it kind of reminds me of Vector Man almost a little bit.
I could see that. Oh yeah, though, because that's immediately what I thought of when I saw them. I was just like, oh, this is like Vector.
So these things are a pain because if the sword goes back to the knight, it replenishes all of his health. I have to goad the sword away. Well, actually, technically, I don't have to fight it because these things don't count. They don't count as enemies to gaining the bonus.
Oh.
Yep. Fucking, we might as well finish.
Okay.
We're already a quarter done. But yeah, you don't actually need to kill them to get your, level monster kill bonus. But they usually block stuff that's definitely, they're gonna be in your way. Yep, health upgrades in this game are always about the best. Strength is good too, but health is definitely. Around above is the ruins.
Mm-hmm.
Background.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's right, because you flipped.
A lot of nice little touches like that. And also like the color palette swaps. Complementary colors between the blue bots and the green bots.
Yeah.
So we basically want to be putting for each one we put as just a little more. So they generally recommend doing this clockwise. I think one of the Moon Tribes says that. We won't be getting Freedan until about the third or fourth one. I suppose I could go there early and get it, but...
You're already here.
Will's got enough, skill and invulnerability that we absolutely need Freedan for the boss. Yeah, this game does a lot of... This is the only dungeon you ever use that move. So this is another time we have to fight this one. And it's less about doing damage to him, because the knight really doesn't do much damage. But like I said, if you knock the sword into him, if you knock the sword back to him, it replenishes all the damage you do. So, if you notice the first time I fought one, I just kept... It's possible to kind of, knock the sword back, it flies back to him. Yeah, if I don't, constantly push it away from him, he'll just keep getting his health back. And apparently I was wrong. We get freed in here. I know one of these parts we're gonna need Will for, because of Will's statue destroying thing. But for the rest of this,
no need.
We can use the reach and damage. And much like all the enemies that we that don't count towards our upgrades, the knights respawn. Because again, they don't count towards the force upgrade. So they technically can respawn. He just walked right through it. It's really hard using that on killing those things on the dark world, because you just can't tell where it's at. But yeah, you see the little cloud,
Yeah.
so you really, all of a sudden it makes you feel like, oh shit, I am completely upside down.
Right.
Thankfully they got a little less help. They got a little less help than their red counterparts. It's always a great feeling when you get that, because you're like, okay, everything's cleared out.
Yeah.
You just gotta be vigilant now to make sure you're not missing an item. So we are going to want the Dark Freer right here.
Oh, yeah.
This part in general is gonna suck, because bombs away. And yeah, aside from force upgrade, there's no reason to go there. Charge. Yeah, if you can hit him the right way, you can absolutely knock an enemy out with one of them prior. Also, a nice thing, getting hit doesn't necessarily interrupt your Dark Freer.
Oh, yeah.
This part kind of sucks, though.
Oh, no, never mind. Done.
Quick check to make sure see how many jewels we got in this dungeon.
Oh, are there red jewels?
We got one.
Oh, no, yeah.
There are two. And it doesn't really tell me anything about where they are, it just says, this chest holds another jewel. Well, I guess the good news for that is, so long as we actually, hit all the, as long as the chest count at the end of here is 0, we have no chance of missing it. It's not like the one in, I think it's Edward's Castle, where they have it hiding in a completely different room. Where that one can be easily missed. Going off a ramp, however, does make us lose whatever charge we're holding. But yeah, Frieden is supposed to be the Dark Knight. This game really deals a lot with the concepts of light, dark, and shadow.